Welcome back to my channel, artists. Today we will be creating a tube knitted artwork. Step number 1, gather your materials. You'll need some string, 1 toilet paper or cardboard tube, and 4 popsicle sticks. I'm going to go ahead and write my name on that cardboard tube just to make sure that that everyone knows whose it is. If you're doing this in the classroom, it's probably a really good idea to get your name on it. Step number 2, tape your craft sticks. So I'm going to take my craft or popsicle sticks so that they go about 1 inch past the end. I'm going to tape one on, and then on the exact opposite end, I'm going to take a piece of tape and tape the other one, a second one, on the exact opposite end. Halfway between my first two, I'm going to tape my third popsicle stick on, and then halfway between those two, I'm going to tape on my fourth. So when I'm all the way finished, I'll have 4 popsicle sticks that are evenly spread out, sticking about 1 inch above my tube. Step number 3, wrap yarn around the sticks. So I actually left my yarn on the tube, on the big skein. I stuck my yarn all the way through the tube, and I'm going to wrap it around one of the sticks. Then I'm going to go around the next one to the left, the next one again, and the next one again. So I'm going to wrapping around each of them one time. Then I'm going to actually go ahead and wrap back to my first one. I'm going to wrap it twice. I'm going to wait, grab that lower string, pinch it with my fingers, pull it up and over top of the stick so that it goes into the tube. I'm going to continue that pattern. So I'm going to wrap it around one of the sticks, pull my lower one, and then put it in the tube. Then I'll go to the next stick, wrap my yarn around, take that, pinch that lower loop, and go over the top. I'm going to keep doing this as long as I would like. Now, if you are like me and you left your yarn right on the skein or roll of yarn, you can keep going for a really long time. You're going to keep that pattern going. You're going to pull it over, then you're going to wrap your yarn around the next stick, pull the bottom one over. Make sure you're not pulling the top one over. You always want to pull the bottom one over, and then wrap it around the next stick. You can keep going and going and going until it's as long as you'd like. After a few minutes, you'll notice that it actually comes out of the tube. That's the really exciting part. And then you can make it as long as you want, coming as you have string for. If you run out of string, you can always get a new piece of string and tie it onto your old piece of string. You might want a grown-up to help you with that, and that is okay. As soon as you are finished, and it's as long as you'd like, you are ready for step 6. Thread the end through the loops. You're going to want a grown-up to help you with this. For mine, I took it off of the cardboard. You don't have to do that. You can leave it on if it's a little bit easier for you. But you're going to take that extra end piece of string that you see that is coming out from the end there, and I'm going to actually take it and thread it through each of the last loops that I pulled off of the sticks. Again, this is really tricky. This is definitely something you want a grown-up to help you with because there are so many loops on there. It can be a little bit tricky figuring out which is that last loop that was on my cardboard stick. So you want to make sure to get the yarn through each of those loops, and then you just pull tight. Step number 7, tie the end into a knot. Again, you're going to want a grown-up to help you with this. You just tie a knot on the end of each side. So I a knot on my purple side. I did a knot on my black side, which of course I'm using some color changing yarn. I hope you've enjoyed learning how to knit with us today. What will you create?